Enjoy the ride. System check.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome back to some more Star Citizen. Now today we are taking a look around the Aurora LN. First off, I do like the startup sound, that more computer sort of startup. Sounds a lot nicer. And one of the things it's actually got, you're going to see now, that you can actually interact with the consoles with the mouse. So you can do it on the other ships, but there's no HUD here, is there? And I really like that. It makes the sort of doing things in game a lot easier. Because you literally just hold down that tab button, you can just click away. It's a lot more natural than navigating through a menu while you're actually flying. So 10 out of 10 for that one. So we'll have a look a bit around the ships. It's quite dark here, so you can't see a massive amount. Let's have a quick navigate around a little bit. Now it's got a lot of advantages on this ship. The first one I would say is the side docking collars. Now we know that the Constellation and quite a few other ships have got the very sort of similar docking collars, so I think it would be a bad assumption to guess that they could possibly dock on the side. Now this is classed as a starter ship, you could call it, but the reality is I think this is actually probably one of the better ones for multi-role. There's a lot of other starter ships in the game, but most of them are quite defined to a specific role. Now although this one has a really good weapon loadout, it has that massive advantage of having a sleeping compartment or pod, and also it's very configurable. So you could pretty much, it's a multi-role ship to some extent, so it's not going to be brilliant at one job, but it can do all of them if that makes any sense. So having the ability to sleep is a key factor. So if you fly into deep space and you want to log off, well you just then go to sleep. Now obviously you can't do that in some of the other starting ships without that sleeping compartment. It's actually a really good ship. The weapon loadout is actually pretty good as well. The LN actually comes with obviously the missile racks. It comes with 4 hard points, or 2 bottom, 2 top. Out off the bat, you only get the bottom weapons, but you can bolt on extra weapons up the top. So it packs quite a good punch, to be honest with you. Now let's just we'll do a bit of a flying round. Now one of the other, I'm not saying a disadvantage, but obviously it's not going to be the fastest ship, the most powerfulest, the best hauler, the best this, the best that. It's just okay at everything. One of the things that I thought they could probably improve on, I'm just using the boost now, and I'm not seeing any difference in the thruster animations. It would be nice to see in maybe something a little bit to give you that feeling as in an animation that you were thrusting forward. Stopping, starting, it's okay. This has, we'll talk about the actual physical stats in the second part. Stopping, starting's okay. Not the best in the world. Maneuverability is okay. It is a little bit sluggish on the turning, but then again at the same time, what you've got to remember is this is a ship that can fulfill many roles and has the ability to defend itself. You're never going to get a ship that is just awesome at everything, otherwise then it'd just be, I won't say a game breaker, but it sort of defeats the object of having the different classes of ships. But this ship is going to be fantastic in game, there's no doubt about it. And the energy signature that it's obviously putting out is a lot less than some of the other ships, all depending on what you can load up. But you could quite easily deactivate some of the weapons and so on. So let's jump into some Vandal Swarm and check it out. Okay, you've got quite a few variants actually in the Aurora series. You've got an ES, which you could say is like a starter ship. You've got an LX, which is, you could say it's an exploration ship to some extent. And then you've got the MR, which is sort of middle ground. And then you've got the CL, which basically is the cargo hauler. And then you've got the LN, which is actually the legendary ship. Now the difference between all of them is this particular ship can carry 16 freight units compared to the hauler that can actually carry 36. Now the rest of the Aurora series only carry 16 freight units as well, so there's only one that can carry the more freight, which is the CL. There's nothing saying that you can go for something modular and bolt something on to carry more cargo further on down the line. So what do you actually get different with the LN? Now let's take a look. With the LN, it's obviously a single-seater. The main power plant is 2, comes with 1 TR3 primary engine, and it actually comes with 8 TR1 maneuver thrusters. Now that is actually, it's got more than the majority. The only other ship in the Aurora series that actually has 8 maneuver thrusters is the actual LX. The other ships, I say only, have 6. So yeah, you could say that's a slight beneficial factor there. Also, the shield generator of the LN is a tier 3. Now, the only other ship in the Aurora series that actually has a tier 3 the shield generator the same is the ES. The rest of them have a tier 2. So all in all, it's quite a good tanking sort of fighting ship really. It's probably the military patrol craft of them all basically. So what else do you actually get with a ship? Well, you get 2 size 2 weapon hardpoints. You've got 4 of them in total, so you've got 2 bottom, 2 top. And then also you get 1 times S2, that's 4 times Marksman 2 missile racks. So all in all, it's going to be a really good ship. Now, I think one of the things to keep in mind when you're actually going to go into the persistent universe, it's not all about the weapons, guys. There's going to be scenarios where you might be just doing a trading run and you might not even see anyone. And I know a lot of my videos do go on about firing the weapons all the time. Of course, it is a key factor because you need to defend yourself, but there's a lot of other factors you need to take into consideration. Now, whilst in Vandal Swarm here, I've got the fixed mounts on the front there, and I haven't loaded the top ones on because this is how it comes when you purchase it, and I'd rather show you it like that than load it up with something different. Obviously, you can swap any of these weapons out, and I'm sure you could put another set of repeaters on the top as well, and obviously it'd be a lot more effective. I found it quite sluggish on the aiming, and I've said this before, sometimes that can be an advantage because it helps you fine adjust, particularly when you're using the fixed mounts. One of the downsides, I would say, it does struggle to keep up with the Vandal and other ships because the top speed is not particularly high. It's enough to deal with most targets, but I suppose it's probably going to get more challenging when you come across something like an M50, particularly if he's flying twice the speed as you. And it might be quite difficult to get on the tail of him, and not just get on the tail of him, to actually aim on him because of the lack of your actual speed. Saying that, all in all, it's a fantastic ship. Why? Because it can carry cargo, you can save in it, you can haul in it, you can defend yourself, and don't forget you've got the missile racks as well. So all round solid ship. It's probably going to be one of the better starter ships, all depending on what you want to do in the game. If you're coming in the game and you want to experience a bit of everything and you're just starting out, I would go for one of the Aurora series, purely on the basis that it'll let you find your feet when you come into the game, because you might not know what you want to do. You might come into the game, start playing and think, actually, I actually like doing exploration, or I like doing this. So it's an absolutely fantastic ship, and it flies really nice as well. Also guys, if you want to get some sort of behind the scenes pictures and Star Citizen bits and bobs, I post quite a lot of stuff on my Facebook page. I'll leave a link below. Go and take a look at some interesting stuff there. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.